Hey, what's up you guys? Aftershare Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to Legacies Season 4, Episode 13. Right, so we had a bit of a break between last episode and now. It was like 2 weeks or something. So yeah, let's go over the comments. Never would have gotten Hephaestus from Jen's betrayal, but it seems like we're sticking with the Greek gods. I think what they said was that they like have multiple names. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That torture device Hope made was brutal and amazing, and the exact kind of Klaus-like behavior I crave. Absolutely, I agree. Alaric was a dick, taking away Ted's agency, but at least he was not a complete moron about it. At least he wasn't, yes, but I still really hate what he did. I don't like the Necromancer. I don't like Ted. I think that whole story is boring, to be honest. But that is a real awful move to do. The Lady Gaga mention is also odd, given this show takes place at least 11 years in the future, because 2022 Lizzie and Josie would be like 5 years old. Yeah. At the end of 410, Lizzie astrally projected and told a half-truth version of what happened to MG and Cleo, and she was going to stay with her mum as she learns to be a vampire. I forgot this. My bad. Well, technically it's not just Greek gods, because Vulcan is a Roman equivalent to Hephaestus, and Aurora said she goes by many more names. Yeah. So she probably the same god in every mythology, just different name in each one. I think that's what they were going for. Also, someone wishing to be Lady Gaga isn't odd, considering she probably would be still alive and still famous. Also, the genie never specified when that wish happened. It could have happened in 2015 for all we know. Yeah, true. Lizzie breaking the Sire Bond was like Tyler breaking his. I don't know. The feelings weren't like Damon and Elena. She didn't want to torture and kill bad enough that she wanted to free. No. So, I'll read the rest. Hold on. She wanted her to free Will back and broke the bond. Okay. So then we go on to something else. This, I just have a huge issue with it because it was so fucking easy to do. Right? I have 2 issues with it. First issue is the fact that the episode prior, she was like, can you not break the Sire Bond? I want to feel connected to somebody. Okay? And then literally does a 180 in the next episode. Okay? And the fact is, it was really easy for her to break the Sire Bond. I don't care if it looked like she was struggling. She was struggling for like 30 seconds. That was really easy. When you think about, like, you're referring to it being like Tyler. I'm fairly certain that Tyler, and I've given Tyler a lot of shit, I'm fairly certain that Tyler didn't want to bite Caroline. He was told to bite Caroline. He said no. And yet, he still did it. He had to, like, go through changing over and over again until he didn't feel, thankful anymore, whatever. Grateful. There was a story there to be told where he broke it over time, not over 30 seconds. It was so easy for her to break. Like, I can't. It was really pathetic, to be honest. The fact that she was able to break it so easily. even like compulsion. Remember when like Stefan was being compelled by Klaus to like bite Elena, and he was fighting that off so badly, but like ultimately still had to go through with it? Same thing with Damon. Same situation. I know it's compulsion, but even then they were fighting so difficultly hard, you know? This was 30 seconds and then she was like, I broke it now, I'm good. Yeah, woo. I'm very disappointed in that. Lizzie told MG about everything, the episode that she fully turned. I love how you can see Hope's humanity starts to come back and she pushes it all back down and flips the switch again. All I know is if they have to do some sort of time reverse shit, I might be out. Yeah. The last thing we need in this show is time travel. Hope's little torture ball reminds me of the Sentinel spheres from the Phantasm movies. For all horror movie fans out there, I don't watch those. Also, from what I'm gathering, Hope believes if her humanity return English, Shannon. Hope believes if her humanity starts to come back, the trauma of killing innocent people might be what prevents her switch from flipping back on. Alright. I'm not sure I trust these writers with time travel. Yeah, me neither. But if it's just like for one episode or for an arc, then it's all undone. Maybe I can get behind that. But only if we secure some TVD alumni to guest star. Doubtful. You talked over it, but Ginny said granting 3 wishes is a bit of a myth. The number is entirely up to the description of the genie. Okay. So it's not all genies grant 3 wishes. They grant however many they want to grant, according to him. He also mentioned changes in reality if they would make another wish and it driving people mad. That's something similar to what the female genie said to Lizzie in her season 1 episode about all the stuff from the alternate reality she experienced driving her insane or something like that, to that extent. Yeah, except did it drive her insane? Did it? I don't think it did. Like she forgets everything at the end, but some stuff would linger in her mind, but she wouldn't be able to put her finger on it. That was never really talked about again, to be honest. But Zed was full of shit, so he might have been lying about that. But if you're still confused by his plan, I'll explain. They, Rick, Ted, and Landon, are souls trapped in limbo. But if they were to be successfully resurrected or successfully move on to peace, he wouldn't have a claim to them. Maybe because they're out of his reach or because they outsmarted his schemes and he considers that their victory, so he doesn't claim them. Okay? That part doesn't seem to matter because according to what he said, only if they blew all of their wishes and were still trapped in limbo, only then would they become subcontractors and help people move on, do good deeds, collect the coins, and give them to Zed. So he can settle his gigantic score with the ferryman. Okay. At the end of the episode, Alaric is back to life with the necromancer magic. So the ferryman is not hunting him and his soul doesn't belong to Ginny. I mean, it doesn't really make sense why did we even get rid of Rick for 5 for episodes just to bring him back? Like, it feels so cheap. But the necromancer and Landon are both still in limbo and have no wishes left. So they are obliged to work with Zed now, basically doing what they were doing before, helping people to move on and collect coins. I actually don't think this plot was as confusing as you made it out to be. Don't overthink it and listen and you'll get it next time. Hey! That's mean. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense, okay? Also, we knew about Eliza's death in Season 4, killing his entire Sciline. The Hollow used that energy to resurrect herself into corporeal form of her original body. It was stated in that episode, so it wasn't a mystery. Okay? I don't really remember, sorry. I like Lizzie and Aurora stuff. Maybe this newfound kinship with her helped her break the Sire bond. I think that's stupid. Like she wanted to be with Hope, but be linked to her because she lost her connection with Josie after transition. But Hope forcing her to kill someone against her will, someone she was sorry for and could relate to, maybe it was too much. Whew. It's not the same, but I kind of want to use Stefan fighting against class compulsion in Season 3 for an example. Yeah, I mean, I used that as an example before, but he still ended up biting Elena. So, like, he didn't negate the effects entirely. I never knew I would sympathize with Aurora, but remembering Season 3, the Michelsons really did a number on her, didn't they? I mean, yes, but she did a number on them. Hello? Cammy is dead because of her? And I'm glad the show didn't forget that Lizzie has mental problems. Yes, I'll want them to touch upon that more. What Rick did was a dick move. I kind of hate him now. Yeah, me too. Rick's been on a downward spiral for a while now for me, I think. I love Ted and I love the Necromancer, so I'm not annoyed about him coming back. Alright, are we still going to follow Lando and Necro in Limbo, or are we dropping that narrative? I feel like we're going to keep doing it because they're part of the cast, I guess. Ow, I just scratched myself. It's weird writing choice to bring only Alaric back to life. I guess they're banking on Landon flipping Hope's switch. I really hope that doesn't happen. And they want to stretch it out until later, so they can't bring him back now. But then why bring back Rick? Surely they could have spent some more time collecting coins and contemplating the perfect wish. Could have done it off screen. It's not like they need to be in every episode. They already missed a bunch of them. Yeah, I don't get it either, to be honest. Why bring back Rick? It doesn't make sense. Why send him to Limbo? Why have him be brain dead? Why have a funeral scene to, like, kind of symbolize his death in the Vampire Diaries as well, and then just have him come back anyways? Are they trying to make me doubt that Landon is coming back? Good job then. I still feel good about his chances, but I'm not sure it's given now. But why waste so much time on Limbo if he's not coming back? Like, if Bonnie were to never return and just die after being a ghost for a season and in the prison world for another one, that just would suck ass, and I would feel like the show wasted my time with her storylines and Jeremy and Damon in season 5 and 6. I just kind of feel that way about her love with Jeremy because McQueen effing left and Bonnie upgraded to Enzo. Bonnie should have been with Nora. I said what I said. Also, unrelated to this, but regarding our conversation about contracts, Stephen R. McQueen left after 3/4 of season 6, but he was still credited for every episode until the season finale. I'm guessing that that's also a 6-year deal, not 7 years. I'm just saying. Oh, fair. P.S. and Willa Holland left in season 6 of Arrow. Yeah, she asked for a reduced number of episodes, but she was still a regular in 5 and 6. 6-year deals. But maybe she just asked to leave. I remember something about her being unhappy. Maybe they just let her out of her contract. Who knows? I don't know how the CW works. I really don't. Oh dear, there's a lot more comments. That is fine. I need to be a minute. Alright, sorry about that. I really found this episode to be really simple. I like the back and forth between the girls, Hope, Lizzie, and Aurora, and the boys, Ted, Landon, and Alaric. I don't know why you like whatever. Look, you can like what you want to like. I just think you're wrong. I feel like they threw in Wade just to say we saw someone at the school but didn't think that he was needed for the episode. It could have just been the 6 of them. I am completely over the Necromancer. Thank you. Are we still doing this 3 seasons later? Thank you. Move on already. Thank you. Not gonna lie, I'm really starting to be over No Humanity Hope. It was fun at first, but now it feels like they're dragging it out, and I feel like they're just doing it so that Landon can eventually come back and be the one to turn her emotions back on. I really hope that's not going to happen. I really hope it's not going to be him. Out of the Trinity, Tristan was the only one I couldn't stand. I never cared for him at all, but I'm at least interested to see if they can actually bring him back. I'm intrigued, I gotta be honest. Me too. I wasn't expecting Lizzie to break the Cyabond so fast. Yeah. When we first found out that Lizzie was sired, I just wondered why she didn't turn it off. I assumed that she had heard the stories about how Elena broke the Cyabond. Well, to be fair, I mean, she didn't even, like, there was something to do with No Humanity that she read in a book rather than ask her mum about. So she probably knows nothing about being a vampire, to be honest. I don't know. About how Elena broke the Cyabond when she turned her humanity off. I do like the show didn't go that route because it does seem like the easiest way out of it, but we at least know that that would work. I mean, all she did was struggle for 30 seconds. Feels easy to me, but alright. I have three thought process when it came to the Aurora and Lizzie scenes. Logical. While everyone deserves the benefit of the doubt and a chance at redemption, Aurora isn't going to change overnight. And while I understand why Lizzie can sympathize with her because of they've both suffered from mental illness, I know eventually Aurora is going to double cross her. Absolutely, I agree. Bias. I love Aurora. I'm just happy that she's still around. And I'm just going to enjoy it while I can. Fair enough. The show is predictable. Yes. I mean, you're not wrong. I don't even have to read the rest of what you've said. You're not wrong. What if Lizzie didn't actually break the Cyabond and this is just a part of their plan? Get Aurora to find the gods, Lizzie stay with her and keep an eye on her. Hope goes back to school and gets the students' help in stopping Aurora and saving Lizzie. I didn't think of that, but I mean, it's entirely possible. I don't know why it took me this long to realize why the Vampire Diaries universe vampires actually have their humanity turned on when they transition in the first place. In everything from pop culture to actual folklore and mythology has vampires not having humanity. Some examples. Angel from Buffy and Angel has been cursed with a soul. Nick Knight from Forever Knight finally likes being in the human world, so becomes a cop to help people. Old school vampire series, well before Buffy's time. Okay. Mix and John from Moonlight, roughly the same as Forever Knight, except private investigator instead of cop. There are so many more examples I could go through. All of them don't have humanity to begin with, but learn to embrace it or have it forced upon them. Yeah, it's interesting. Why is it when you get turned into a vampire that you have humanity? I mean, it is funny that all the examples you give came out after TVD as books before all of them. Yeah, I use them as examples because I figured Shan would have some prior knowledge, except for Evernight. That's just in there because I love that show. But as I said, there are so many more examples I could give from throughout printed and recorded media. I never even thought about that, hey. With the whole souls thing, it's their souls that are in limbo right now, but from limbo they can either move onto peace, stay in limbo, or return to life or go to hell. Hell doesn't exist though. They destroyed it. If they fail the contracts, keep their soul in limbo permanently, and they are unable to move on to peace or return to living. Alright. And then, alright. Oh, this one's funny. This one's gonna take a little bit of time. We're 20 minutes into reading comments, but I'm gonna tell you, the end of these notes right here is something really special. Alright. Someone mentioned the word pantheon. It means all the gods of the people or religion collectively. I wasn't aware the sarcophagus had written from several different ancient civilizations on it. But yeah, that means we could be dealing with way more gods than we previously thought. Not just Greek gods. Is Apophis gonna show up? Could you imagine if they got the actor from Stargate? Just saying. Yeah, I don't know what the person in the comment was on about. Of course, we need to spend some time with someone to get to know them better. Who meets someone and instantly knows for sure that they like them? That makes no sense. I mean, you can consider them attractive conventionally, but they might have a shitty personality, so why would you be attracted to that? You just got stumped on my note. Again, are you sure you don't want to proofread my notes first? Yeah, that note was most decidedly said ass kicked, not ass kissed. That's a whole other outcome for it. A battle to keep peace. That note said a battle to take place. Are you okay? Look, I'm really bad at reading sometimes, alright? Yeah, this genie is conning the Limbros. They all get 3 wishes. This has been established canon. We're wrong. Okay. Yeah, the genie can't take their souls. They literally exist as souls in Limbo World. It's not like they took their physical bodies with them or something. Do the writers know how shit works? The answer is a resounding no. If no, my bad. This is Legacies. The fuck are we kidding here? When they go through with this, do they come back to life as evil versions of themselves? No. It'll probably be no humanity situation where they quote-unquote evil for half of an episode. Alright, so like, this was explained in a comment above, so I'm just gonna skate on past that. Who the hell would make a gravestone with the words, "The Ted, a friend in the end"? What? Clearly, this isn't real. Ain't nobody like you, my dude. Added later, this was the real world, alright? Someone must have been playing a prank. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even remember. Okay, so Jen is Vulcanus Hephaestus. Unless there's another god running around who's been gender flipped. Ugh, he's back. Who wanted this? And did Rick screw over Ted just so he could get back his life? Because even though I don't give a fuck about Ted, that is kind of fucked up. Exactly. How did Team Salvatore people find out about Lizzie being a heretic? I don't know. They must have seen a CW tweet or something, or maybe Josie figured it out and phoned it in. Who knows? The writers sure don't. Okay. No. We're done. We're done. We forgot. In the defense, there are sometimes multiple weeks between episodes, and I don't remember. How did okay. Interesting how Rick is able to sit upright. Normally, a coma patient would take weeks or months of revitalization to to be able to do shit again. How much do you want to bet he's able to walk again next episode? We'll see. Added, I read an article about season 5 that's full of complete nonsense. Okay? Warning, broken English ahead. I've added my own comments between brackets. Alright, so this is an article about season 5, but it's not true. It's not... Believe when I say this. We were hysterically laughing about this because it was so... Okay. Oh boy, did I read an article. It was filled with complete and utter bull. But we found it so funny that you asked me to post it here. So I hope you're ready to read some more, because let's do this. Okay. So the plot of Legacy Season 5. Again, this is really not a spoiler. I swear to God. If any of this shit happens, I'm gonna laugh my head off and I'll eat my shoe. Okay? Okay. To completely utilize her powers, Hope is compelled to turn into a tribrid in the last episode of Season 3. Already that's wrong, because she became a hybrid in, like, the episode 2 of Season 4, but okay. To accomplish her point, she should work with somebody from before. To help Lizzie to adapt to the deficiency of her child Landon. In brackets, what? She devises an arrangement. Trust, then again, finds it hard to relinquish Landon and Cleo. I think my girl might be a bit too young to have 2 teenage kids, but okay. That was in the brackets. And then we're back to the article. Particularly after they are seen together in her apartment. Ah, yes, Lizzie's Batcave. I know it well. Not a euphemism. Big sad. Okay, back to the article. Alaric and the Saltzman twins are in the same boat as they are. Same boat as who? What? Are Ted and Landon now twins? Okay, back to the article. Incidentally, Hope and Landon's relationship isn't going as flawlessly as she had trusted. Obviously, dude is dead. Would be kind of morbidly fucked up if her relationship was still going strong. I don't think that shit would be allowed on TV. Oh god. That would be the true meaning of necromance. Yikes. Alright, back to the article. In the 4th season, MG's vampirism, and regardless of whether he can involve his extraordinary capabilities for the long-term win, are discussed. What? Like, what? I can't even. I think my nose is starting to bleed from reading this. Okay, back to the article. A tribrid, it ends up, is, truth be told, Hope's real essence. Okay. After the finish of Season 3, the fates of Landon and Hope's... Sorry, I almost made sense out of this. After the finish of Season 3, the fates of Landon and Hope stay fascinating. For Lizzie, Josie, Caleb, and different understudies at the Salvatore School, what's to come is splendid. if what we've read so far was actually happening, that might be true. Could you imagine the kind of glue this guy's been sniffing? Okay, and then the article says release date of Legacy Season 5. There's nothing next to it. Albeit the show's producers have not formally affirmed that the show will end, there has been some theory. Just one, alright, let's hear it. Following the declaration of the 5th season of Legacies, it looks that a delivery, yep, that's the end of the sentence. That's the end of the sentence. I guess he figured halfway through his sentence that his theory wasn't going to make sense. I'm kind of glad he didn't come to the conclusion sooner. I'm sorry. This is just stupid. I don't know. This article is... the date will be uncovered soon after that. What? After what, dude? As indicated by the schedule. No schedule given, FYI, but whatever. Season 5 of Legacy will air at the end of 2023. Well, shit, get ready for the longest fucking season break ever. I'm gonna remember none of this. Clearly this person has watched Legacies, as this was also part of the article. Season 5 of Legacies will fill in as the season 3 finale is infeasible from an abrupt end because of COVID. Landon's revival and Josie's heroics, should we tell him, are relied upon to happen in the initial not many episodes of this season's debut. Keep in mind, this article was from the 24th of March 2022, so like a week ago. What show is this guy watching? It is impossible that the Salvatore School understudies will have the hardest season ever in season 4. Yes, because it's been smooth sailing so far. It's conceivable that Damon Salvatore's witch little girl, Stephanie... What? She's not... Why? Like, I'm just gonna say, before we continue, how is she a witch? No. Will be presented in the following season. Would she even be old enough to go there? I mean, then again, Pedro went there. He sure as fuck ain't a teenager. She's not a witch. Damon and Elena might get back to Mystic Falls together in season 4 of Mystic Falls. Stressing heavily on the might, since it would require some extensive deep faking, which would probably why the season break is taking so long. The end. Well, fruits, you've still got an episode to watch. Have fun. So yeah, that was an article. What'd you think? Alright, I'm sorry to have taken up 34 minutes of your time, and I know we could have watched the episode in that time, but instead we read a fucking hilarious article. Let's get into it.
Bitte wexat. Non inte vi sunt peccatet i Uganda?
Non sunt. Sed mater me usit aliquid scribere ad festum.
Neti meas. Na mihi supersunt na nulla pagata.
Tiberi, abistatum ab ista.
Tiberius something, I don't know.
Profugata es saga. Nisitis keseris, ardeskes tu.
Would they be most quae ardescat?
Okay.
You look as if you might require some help.
Is it that obvious I have no idea what I'm doing?
You know, what's happening here seems quite obvious to me, Jed. I have a relative who was gifted with such things. Let me try.
Cool, yeah, well, you do that. I'll go start cutting up some paper.
Okay,
As
avoiding.
you wish.
As
Hey,
you
got this baby all taped up for you. Where you want it?
I'll show you. Diranle. Sibilekum.
Turn left. Ah! Not here! Okay, here.
You know, this would be much easier if you simply told me where we're going.
If I knew that, then I would be driving instead of letting you grind my gears. It's not safe to cast magic and drive, so...
Wait, I thought you said magic didn't work on the gods.
It doesn't. Which is why I'm technically not tracking Jen. My spell is using this shard to locate whatever weird god metal it's made from and taking us to where we can find more.
Okay, that's actually quite clever.
Only if we find Jen there, too. I figure if she's a god, she can tell us where the rest of her family is.
The family that can resurrect my brother, Tristan.
And turn Hope's humanity back on. And make Dad and Josie come back. And turn Hope's humanity back on. Turn right.
What?
Right!
slow down and turn.
Why don't you just trust
Like
me
a
with the
normal
map?
person.
For a billion reasons, none of which you can handle hearing, so just keep going straight for a few more miles.
Thank you for all that you've done, but I need to get home.
Good luck. We'll bill you for the cane.
That won't be necessary. Hey, this one's way more style. Thank you. Ow! I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Where's Caleb?
Why? I
He was
thought they
supposed to
used
pick me up.
blood to heal him.
He picked out the cane.
All right, they're pulling up now. Battle positions, everyone, let's go!
Was he told that Lizzie's a vampire now?
Master Swordsman is just out of the hospital. I mean, I know my powers of inspiration are currently gone, but are we certain a surprise party is the best idea given his current condition?
Cleo's right. You're gonna give him a heart attack. Can you stop hiding now?
Hope, what the hell are you doing here?
Crashing your little party, apparently. But this is a business trip. I came to make you an offer.
What kind of offer?
That is none of your business. I'd rather talk to Dr. Saltzman. Now that he's walking and talking again, he'll be much easier to manipulate than you idealistic youngsters, especially with all the ammunition I have.
Hope.
Surprise!
That's gonna be a bitch to clean.
We have a problem beyond the cane, obviously.
My body and brain
There should be
are still having trouble
pieces on her
syncing
still.
up because of
Just
what
saying.
you did to me. Doctor said I'm lucky to even walk. And if I could, I'd probably try to kill you for murdering my daughter.
Attempted murder. As you've obviously heard, Lizzie is now a heretic. However, I may have also accidentally started a chain of events that has led to the gods returning to our worlds, and I'm pretty sure those gods want me dead.
Why is that our problem?
Why is he here?
He's my accountability buddy. You should probably get one.
Look, in my opinion, this is no different from when Malivore came into our lives. Salvatore School, it always sticks its neck out for the good of the world and all.
Which is probably something I shouldn't have allowed my students to do, because look what got them and you.
How are we supposed to find the gods, much less convince them to help us,
I've
if you can't
never had
follow
a flat
simple
tire.
directions?
Consider their source.
What I'm considering is your profound trust issues. This car is a freaking metaphor for our partnership. Only difference being, I think I know how to fix you.
Tristan tried fixing me countless times. Can you imagine being brought before a doctor or a monk who sticks you in ice baths or cuts you open, bleeds you to try to help?
You love this man.
That's not how the kind of therapy I'm talking about works. I'm sorry you went through that.
Don't be. Your family would have done the same to you in my day.
No, they wouldn't. Because what you refuse to see is that Tristan was the problem. Your relationship with him sounds abusive and toxic and...
And I would do anything to have him back.
as you would your sister and Hope. So if you're trying to convince me otherwise, you are just wasting our time.
We'll see. I'm vamping into town to compel us a new car.
And what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Maybe think about how big of a douchebag your brother is.
You in this world need me because once again, you know nothing about the gods.
We know more than you think. We actually met Aurora before. And,
He is a god.
Who's the new guy?
I'm quite ancient, actually. And the gods you speak of are my extended family. I know them all too well.
Well enough to talk them into leaving me alone?
Doubtful. They did curse me, after all, but I can provide much useful information.
If only everyone else was as accommodating as you are. Let's talk about that curse of yours. They said no.
What?
You heard me. You know, if you were so concerned about your daughter, then you should have taken matters into your own hands, like I told you to. But it's okay, because I did.
Hope, what did you do?
I pulled this bracelet off of Ben, and I broke it, which means something very scary should be making its way to the school, probably as we speak.
That's only gonna make things worse.
Exactly. Maybe once your stubborn little squad realizes that they can't kill a run-of-the-mill monster without me, they'll take my deal. And hopefully none of them or Lizzie die before they do.
That's my car.
You took the bait. So, I got you one. Not that I knew you'd be showing up or anything.
You tricked me.
No, I tested you to prove a point. You didn't need to look at that map, but you did. So maybe that's not the only thing I'm right about.
Dear God, is this what modern therapy is?
If it were, how would that make you feel?
This is nuts. Look, if you go running off into the world, monsters will still be after you.
Or would you rather them come back to the school? Leo's already locking up Caleb because of me.
People could get hurt. As much as we don't want monsters knocking at our door either, protecting innocent life is the first rule of being on the squad.
If you're not, this is as far as we need to go. Chain me up. My plan makes perfect sense, Jed, so what is your hesitation?
He likes you.
Okay, look, I've been waiting for the right time to tell you. And today at the confetti cannon would have been better, but I chickened out.
Now suits me fine. So trust that no matter what you have to say to me, I will hear it with my very soul.
Oh boy, well, that's a lot of pressure.
I know, right?
Well, then perhaps if I put it in your parlance. What's up, bro?
Yeah, that totally helps.
Of course something has to get in the way. Okay.
Ah! Found you, Trey.
You cheated.
Did not. I'm just a better werewolf than you.
We'll see. God, it's my turn to be the wolf.
Jedediah, I need you. Hey,
Name's
I know you
Jedediah?
can hear me, Jed. So quit playing and come home now.
Trey.
Oh boy, daddy issues. It's never good. Trust me. I think it's time that you
Coming from you.
join my proposal to the Super Squad Senate because if I don't kill this monster, Jed's only gonna get worse.
Scrub would attacked you again.
It was terrifying. Unlike anything I've ever seen before, and I've seen my fair share of monsters.
Is this the monster you saw?
Very much so. What is that hideous thing?
A clown.
Clown. It's the scariest monster ever. There was just enough of what you said about it for us to make the connection, though, now that I have. I kind of wish I was wrong.
How does one kill a clown?
It's simple. You don't. I do.
It is your fault that Jed is hurt. Headmaster Saltzman, I know we've only just met, but wherever I go, the monster will follow.
You're not gonna be going anywhere. I put a barrier spell up around the school, so. You guys are stuck here on the grounds of Bozo.
I am impervious to magic. You cannot hold me here, and I think it best I flee as
Oh,
far
yeah,
from
true.
the school as possible.
You know, I have a better plan.
This is truly dreadful, and yet I can't stop drinking it.
Makes sense. From what you've told me, choosing to do things you know are harmful to you seems like a consistent pattern.
I could say the same to you.
Only because you are completely disconnected from reality, but I'm listening.
Okay. Then listen very carefully, Elizabeth. You can't function on your own. I hardly know you, but you are obsessively fixated on your sister and Hope. But the more time we spend together, the more I begin to wonder if it's even about them, because now, here you are, partnered up with me. You just need someone to feel superior to. That's your pattern, and you need to break it, to learn to be alone. to like the person you are enough to spend time with her without having to be distracted.
Do not.
My mistake then.
I see you finally come to your senses.
We want to work with you, Hope. Dr. Saltzman, he found out a lot about this clown, including the fact that fire attracts it.
And yet here you are, building a bonfire, so which clown are we talking about? Because I see 3.
Well, I only see one.
Oh, nice comeback, Wade. Didn't think you had it in you. You lied to me, MG.
I didn't lie to you about anything. We need your help, Hope, just not the way you are.
You miss my humanity so badly? Fine. I'll share.
Alright. I guess we're gonna be seeing in everyone's psyche, but I don't know. Kind of was alright with just Jed's. I like that we're
Listen
getting
up.
to know a little bit more about him.
Our pack has a code. To some, it's harsh.
But it is our way. Now, if anyone wants to challenge it, or my authority as Alpha, now would be the time. Then our way will continue. There is no room for weakness in this pack. There is no room to feed mouths that don't provide.
Jed, Trey,
get over there. One of you will become a wolf before the full moon rises.
But what about the other?
You're joking. This is how he becomes a wolf. His dad tells him to kill a kid.
Make me proud, son.
Oh man, that is horrible. Doesn't really match him though. Like, hold on. I feel like if he did something like that, that would haunt him from the beginning of the series. Like, yeah, he's a bit of a dick, but he's not like a dick that... I feel like it would be a bit more transparent. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
No.
Maybe it's a repressed memory.
Now would be a good time to come back to life. I could use a little...
Cleo, why are you in there? Caleb was supposed to be, but when MG came to us with a plan to take on Hope, my boyfriend did not think me so powerful after all.
Yeah, that was my plan. MG didn't think I was powerful enough to be a part of it either. Being in the hospital, all the vervain leached out of my system, so he compelled me to stay inside the school. Said he didn't want to be accountable for me getting hurt again, which means they're gonna face this clown without us.
No, it is in the school with us. What are you waiting for? Let me out.
Cleo, you're safe in there, which is more than I can say for the rest of my students.
Do you even know how to kill this monster?
No, but as weak as I am, I have to give it a shot.
And Master Saltzman, everyone may think we're weak, but we're only weak if we believe it. Unlock the door.
Do you have any idea what you're asking me to do?
Believe me, I do.
Then why? Because we've been fighting this fate ever since we figured out who you are.
It's true. Fate wants to tear us apart. If we stand together, we win.
You'll still be dead.
Moral victory, at least.
I won't do it. We'll find another way. I'm not gonna murder the boy I love because the universe demands it.
Well, I like to think of myself as more of a man, but...
What a load of crap. That's not how it happened.
Yeah, it's not.
But it could have. And you being here means that you know it.
Ooh, that's a really bad green screen.
Suck on that, Aurora.
Where did that even come from?
I know this movie. I give up. Jen, come out, wherever you are!
Magic. You have it.
I stand corrected. You clearly don't need my help.
And you clearly followed me here, so who actually needed who?
Arrogance in the face of impending doom. I almost respect it.
What? You're not actually gonna let me die in here? After
all we've been through. Well, I can't just let you out, can I, darling? Because you were right
break
about one
them.
thing.
Like,
You have
I feel like there's things
Which
that
I
you can
told
do
you I
here.
can fix if you can pull the plug on this thing. My magic doesn't work on God stuff.
Even if I could, I already know how to fix our problems.
I feel like you can still break them.
If you'll agree to my terms, that is.
What the hell? It's so extra. What the fuck?
Hey. Wondering when you were gonna show up. Here to remind me of all my sins, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. Way ahead of you. Thanks to Limbo. So, hope you're hungry. And I am more than happy to admit that this plan was a group effort. I had some help. Have you met Cleo? I'll take that as a no. Well, you're about to, because she's the powerful young woman standing right behind you.
Everyone who guessed that a frozen blade would kill it. Born by fire means death by the opposite.
Okay.
Caleb was right. This is my style.
Let's go find the others.
Where do you think you're going? We're not done here. There is no here. This is a clown delusion, and I'm over it. Obviously not.
Why does she look...
You're not over being forced to kill
doesn't
Landon.
look-
And I'm just getting started with
Like,
you.
this looks fine.
You're not real.
This looks awful. Like,
telling
she
yourself that.
looks great. I mean, the background.
I'm your humanity.
The shading, the lighting.
And I'm trying to return. You know it. You're just a coping mechanism. The easy way out. Shut up. You're the one yelling. See, right now, I'm just a tiny voice in your head telling you what you already know. But it will grow louder if you don't listen. Because
How is this so
always will be.
badly
Your
done?
better half.
Considering, like, we had doppelgangers.
The
and
real
shit.
Hope Michelson. We'll see about that. You're damn right we will.
Whose kid is this?
Don't hurt you. You're always the better one.
Like, whose kid is this?
Well, at
Why
least
isn't
someone
their
here
parents
isn't a
stepping
coward.
up?
Pick up that damn bat and use it. Or I will.
The kid isn't even trying to survive. Everyone's like, yes, this is great. Go kid. Kill other kids.
Jed, what are you doing out here? Assumed you'd be by my side when we revived. I was hoping that maybe we could further our discussion.
My father was an abusive bully, and he tried to make me hurt a friend. So I killed him instead. That's how I activated my curse. And as much as that clown wanted me to,
You killed
I don't regret
his
it.
dad? How?
I'm guessing this friend was Trey.
no, he might have been more than that. Now that I look back on it, I mean, we were so young. It's just a childhood crush. But the night I saved his life and took my father's, I turned into a werewolf for the first time and ran off. Dr. Saltzman eventually found me, but I never saw Trey again. And that's the part I regret.
You know, sometimes I think that the true curse we carry is family.
Makes sense. Because when I got to the Salvatore school, I became a bully too. I mean, it took me years. Maybe right up until this moment right now. To realize that that's only who I was raised to be. It's not who I am. But I know now. I'm ready to let go of the person that my father wanted me to be. That's why I've been wanting to talk to you ever since you told me your story. To tell you that I know how you feel. To tell you how I feel.
It's all right if you're not ready.
I like what they did with his backstory.
much
I'm not
for
sure it fits
accountability.
him entirely, the way that he
baby
was
steps.
acting at the beginning of the series, but
Why are you still here?
Figured I'd give you one last chance to save the world. Now that your Gemini cricket is gone.
You were right, much as I hate to admit it, given all that you've done to me and my daughters.
You need me.
That's not exactly what I was gonna say. I am the adult. And sometimes that means telling kids like you things like this. We don't need you, Hope. But we do want you here because we believe that you're still in there somewhere.
I'm really not, but we can still work together. So long as your students follow my orders.
Like hell. We will work with you, not for you. And that's our deal. We can take it or leave.
Is this a bad time?
Damn it, MG, I told you. Did you really think you could get rid of me that easily?
I don't get it, but okay. Alrighty, yeah, well that was Legacy Season 4, Episode 13. To be honest, that episode was a little slow. I don't know. With the momentum that we've had this season, I feel like that one was probably kind of mediocre. I did like what they did with Jed. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more. Because I feel like with the way that the characters and Legacies work, they don't really give us a lot of flashback. It's like a little bit and then that's it. And then we move on to like the next character. Like for example, when we saw glimpses of Caleb's turning into a vampire or whatever. Like, we don't have the full context story like we did for like every other character in the Vampire Diaries universe, you know? I would have liked to see more of Jed's backstory, but I'm glad that we saw what we did. Again, I don't think, like, if he had to kill somebody like that, I feel like that he would have carried that a little, like, he would have carried it in a sense that, like, you would know that he was carrying that, but I don't know. I guess you guys can let me know what you guys thought. I hope you did enjoy though, and I'll see you in the next one.